Hello everybody, Michael S. Ward here, and let's talk about Big Brother 27, episode 23. This was Veto competition night, and your three people up there were Mickey, Kelly, and Ava. And there was a whole lot of discussion and the Big Brother edit on Paramount Plus. So the way they edited, they showed a lot of discussions about the people on the block before the competition for the veto. And Ava says she's not sweating it. She's not sweating the nomination, and she didn't during the show. I have to admit, Ava was somewhat quiet. And but she never, Ava just bubbles up every little bit of the time, so she's a good player in that she knows how to stay out of the line of fire. Kelly's on the block, and she says she feels betrayed. She's trying to get her best friend Keanu to play in the competition and wants him chosen so that he can take her off the block. And you know that's a high possibility with Keanu. Next, Mickey feels that Morgan influenced the nomination with Vince of putting Mickey on the block. Of course, Mickey denied it. Morgan denied it. And Mickey rightfully didn't believe her. Because they just had a meeting. Ashley, Rachel, and Will, and all of them, they just thought, she's got to go because she was acting up. And so, on that point, Mickey was right when she was talking to Morgan, but Morgan did deny it. So that's good playing. Morgan knows when just deny. And Ashley. At the beginning of the show, Ashley said Mickey is just acting nasty. Because Mickey was talking some junk again. And when you put somebody on the block, they usually try to lighten up a little bit and this stuff. Mickey's like, well, when I get up there, I'm gonna do this and that, whatever, and everything. And she was just talking. And Ashley, after they did one of those inside shots of Ashley in the room, and Ashley said Mickey's just nasty about being mad, and so and she was acting that way. And Keanu was wavy about his support of Rachel because in the last episode, you remember they just decided to be frenemies. And so they never really had that stick of a friendship. Just we're going to be friends for a short moment. Well, looks like that moment is coming to an end because Keanu's just spreading the word about trying to, when the competition is done, if he's selected, him using his veto power to remove Kelly off, which is his running partner. Okay. So after that, by the way, I'm reading my stuff here. Mickey got some words to say about everything. She said she just felt like Mickey says Vince put her up there because Vince is weak in the knees. That was an old disco song out there called Weak in the Knees. I'm weak in the knees. Well, she calls Vince weak in the knees. And and Vince You know, all his line and duplicity. I kind of like Vince because he is weaselly, but he acts like probably what I would act like, you know, in trying to get to where you're going. And you know, he played it smart. He talked to each one of them. He talked to Mickey, he talked to Kelly, he talked to Ava, and he told each one that he was going to have them taken off the block. He told Kelly he was trying to get Mickey. He told Ava he was trying to get Mickey. He told Mickey that she was going to be safe because he's going to try to get Rachel on the block with whoever wins the contest. So, oh boy was just a lie. Just lie, lie, lie. And then, I'm not saying he was lying. Oh boy he just says he's lying. I mean, he says, I'm going to lie to all of them. And that's the way to play the game. Poor Real Will, they showed him getting more conversations out of everybody. I mean, he just sits there and he's like me, you know, anybody my age and his age, I'm young, he's younger than me. And so, but he's old enough to me that he understands young people. And he says some of the stuff they talk about is just flippant, you know, and he tries not to insult them or make them mad. And because he really has a style of being like a dad, he just listens to them and they just pour their little hearts out to him. And once again, he is sitting in there thinking about his chocolate drop and and not really paying much attention and wearing sunglasses where they can't see his eyes. He could be halfway sleeping, closing his eyes, and just listening to him. They wouldn't be able to see him. These are some dark sunglasses. And so he was doing the same thing to him again. And then on this he listens to, and also Morgan was supporting Rachel, and she was trying to get Vince to not put Rachel up if someone wins the veto competition. Like if Keanu pulls off Kelly, she doesn't want Rachel put up because Rachel is one of her allies. Keanu wants Rachel put up even though he's frenemies with her. And Catherine wants Rachel put up because she just doesn't like her. And I don't think Ava really cares, you know, because she just knows she's out the way, you know. So after that, I just can't hate Vince for what he's doing, because it's just the way he does it is so obviously that he's a weasel. But, you know, you have to be that way. And I think they all are at a certain point, because they have to play the game suspicious. That's the way the game works. And it's not like Love Island where everybody's in fake this and that. These people in that house with the clothes they bought from home, no radio, no TV, and no phone. So their whole personality and mind are being changed chemically, probably because they're stuck in there with each other. And that's the fun part of Big Brother, because all these people came in squeaky clean and honest. Now these people are off the chain. Now it's just the weirdest thing that happens in Big Brother. I know other show. It's nothing like Love Island where everybody's just, ooh. Well, let's not talk about them, because that doesn't matter to Big Brother people. All right. So the veto comp, they had to add in, and the veto comp picked Will and Keanu. And Will did not want to play. He said that before the game. I'm trying to stay out of this. He's trying to stay. He calls them just what they are. These young. I'm trying to stay out of these young people's way, and he's just trying to make it to the end. And he says, I don't want to be drawing any fire with these people, these young people, and everybody was just so happy when it came down to the competition. Will got picked. Oh, he was just over it, and. And who else did they pick? They picked Will and Keanu. Keanu got picked again. So, picking Keanu, that's almost like, wow, everybody's going to lose. So I guess Kelly was going to get off. That's what I was thinking. So and Rachel got mad because she found out Keanu was going to use the veto if he wins on Kelly. And Kelly looks like just a nice person, but Kelly's not as nice as she looks. Kelly can be kind of vicious, and she got her enemies in there too. And so I think she's more vicious than Ava could be. So Ava's quietly up front, kind of vicious. Kelly's on the side looking and steaming, but there's nobody more vicious in there right now than Catherine. That is a woman scorned. Her man has been taken from her, Riley. And she wants to pay everybody back, Rachel and Vince. She's just sitting there stewing like beef stew. Well, they played a wonderful game. The game is called Big Brother Gala on the Green. Everybody dressed up, and they all look so nice. Will was top notch. Keanu was top notch. The ladies were top notch. They had them in ball gowns and everything, and it was about drinking poison. Well, they had to choose the glass that causes you to spit it up, and then they walk into a room, and one is labeled poison and one is not. So you got to take those two glasses out and offer them to a person to play it. To drink it. And this was really good. I'd never seen anything. They said it's kind of gross a little bit because they all had to spit the wine out because it was so bad they couldn't drink it. And it was really judging facial expressions and attitude when the glasses of wine were presented to people. So they wanted to pick the non-poisonous glass of wine. So that competition went on, and I just knew Keanu was going to win. And I just knew that Kelly was probably going to win. And I just knew that Mickey was not going to win. And lo and behold, Mickey was the one that played it like a knife. Old girl won her second competition. I'm not sure if it's her second or wasn't anyway. She won. And I was kind of stunned that she beat Keanu on this. Keanu's been like stepping up his game on any kind of competition. And he was always like 4 or 5 wins for this and that. Well, he didn't win this time. And Vince thought he had just suckered Mickey, but he didn't. Mickey read Vince and realized the right glass to pick. And she won. But what happened after that game? It was on. That's when it really got... I don't know which was better, the game or after the game. After the game was really good because the one target they had all agreed on that they were going to vote on was getting Mickey out. Twice they all voted on, we're going to get her out because Mickey was Mickey's getting on a nerve in there, but Mickey's sharp. And so this changed the game. They had to think of who's next. Rachel had to step up to the bat because she knew her name was floating around. Kiana was trying to recommend her. Catherine, who hates her, was recommending her. Kelly was recommending her. It was a hot mess. And then Ashley talked to Vince and told him, you need to keep Rachel because Rachel can get you further to the end. And, Ashley's playing a good game. I really like the way she's playing it. At first I thought Ashley wasn't going to be in there, but one episode. Such as that disastrous start of the shower gate they had in there where she was in the head of household shower and taking a 2-hour shower. And, but she's been playing the game, and with that happy smiley face, it's still there. So she's not putting on when she's playing little ditzy kind of smiley girls. That's her. And Vince had a hard decision to make whether he was going to bite the bullet and put Rachel up to replace Mickey. And he heard from everybody. And I have to give Rachel credit. Rachel did not sit there and lie down and wait to be nominated like some people have done. Rachel went to bat. She got her friends together. And Vince had to think, too, if he did put her up, he said she probably would be off the block because she got too many people that are there for her. So she sold herself, and she laid it out with Keanu. And her and Keanu are no longer frenemies. They're just enemies. It was wild in there for that last part. And Rachel was not holding back. It was really Big Brother at his nastiness. She was not friends with him anymore. That frenemies thing is down the drain. And so when it came down to picking the person to take Mickey's place after she removed herself off of the block, it was on. Vince had to make a decision, Rachel or someone else. And it was hard for him because he didn't know who else to put up. I knew who else he should put up, and I was hoping he would do it. And he did. It was Catherine. Because Catherine would get him and Rachel up on that block if she had the chance. So he chose Catherine. And I told you Catherine's been stewing ever since Riley left. And so she went up there and she said a couple of bad things, and she didn't say it on air. She said it when they, at the end, they talk about who was put up, and she was like, Rachel's on her list, Vinny Vince is on the list. There's a whole lot of people that's got a list up in there that they gonna get. If she is not voted off, then she is gonna get some of the people I like with it, which is Rachel, Vince, Ashley, Morgan. And she has not established really a relationship with Keanu, because I don't know what she would do. She would use Keanu if she could, and Keanu's doing the same thing as my nose is itching. What's going on? Keanu's playing that same game as Vince. Is just going around trying to just soothe and please people, but stab them in the back when he get a chance. Well, that's what happened. Catherine went on the block. So now it's Catherine, Ava, and you know who. Catherine, Ava, and Kelly. So Catherine, Ava, or Kelly, which one do I want out? I think, well, they got another veto competition coming up tonight. So the one I won't vote it out is Catherine, but you can't count her out because she won Hotep. So she's a winner too. So we got to see what happens tonight, to see how the game goes, because tension is high in the Big Brother house right now. They are after each other. The numbers have dwindled down to just a handful. So they are playing the game, and it's good. Well, everyone, I just wanted to let you know what I thought about it, and there's no spoilers in here from the live feeds, because when it comes down to the episode, I depend on the CBS editors, and it's just good to watch that way, because you see a lot of stuff that if you already know it, it takes the fun out of it. I mean, why watch a regular episode when you're watching the live feed 24/7? But that's what some people like. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you have a good evening, and we'll be back to talk about that next episode. Take care, good people.